people, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Trisha Penn Jackson. I'm a licensed real estate agent in New York City, and I also write a fashion and lifestyle blog called feastinfashion.com. Here on my channel, we talk about fashion, we talk about travel, we talk about lifestyle, and we sprinkle in a little bit of real estate. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button to become a member of our tribe. Please hit that notification button so you know when these videos drop, and please give this video a huge thumbs up to tell YouTube that you liked it. Thanks so much again for coming and watching my videos. Guys, today's video is going to be about the shoe trends. You guys know that I spoke earlier about the top fashion trends that are going to be all the rage this year, especially for spring. But I'm coming back with some of the amazing shoe trends because you guys know that I am a shoe girl and I love shoes, and I'm excited to talk about some of the trends that are going to be hot and new this year with shoes. So without rambling too much, I'm going to jump right in. And the first type of shoes that are going to be super popular in 2024 for the springtime are actually going to be patent leather shoes, and I am super excited about this. And the reason why being is that patent leather is a more fancy, more upscale, more sophisticated, more, a little zhuzh, to your outfit. And I love that. I love that we're getting out of this, boring athleisure, quiet, because of the panorama. People were doing a lot of athleisure wear and all that stuff. I'm so happy that we're dressing up again. And patent leather is a good sign that we are back to doing that. I love a patent leather moment. I don't have very many patent leather moments in my wardrobe, but these babies that I got a couple years ago, probably like 2 years ago actually, from Stuart Weitzman. I love them. They are a statement every time I wear them. So super excited that more of this is going to be in the style for this season. And we saw this all over the runways, obviously the fall winter runways, and from people like Gucci. Gucci was gonna have a patent leather moment. Of course, someone like Manolo Blahnik, they definitely have their beautiful patent leather moments. And then of course, Jimmy Choo, we saw a couple patent leather pieces from them as well. Some of my favorite brands are doing this, and I'm super excited to incorporate this more into my wardrobe in 2024. All right, so the next trend that I'm going to talk about is something that I don't have a ton of, but I would be interested in getting more of into, and that is slingbacks. We have been seeing slingbacks everywhere, and of course we know that Saint Laurent is leading the charge in this slingback with their slingback pump that everybody is loving, which is also in patent leather, might I add. So it's everywhere, and that is just becoming a trend. So we have Miu Miu with their patent leather kitten heel pumps, which I love, and I would love to get a pair of in my collection. I love it. It comes in black and it comes in a burgundy. I think I would like a burgundy color in that shoe. I just love what it looks like. The shape is amazing, and I love a low heel because I like wearing heels, but I also want to be able to wear them and walk around the city with them. So those Miu Miu ones would be perfect for that. But yeah, I was gonna say I don't have slingbacks. Of course I do. You guys know. So I have a couple pairs of slingbacks in my collection. Of course, like I have to start out with my Loewe rose heel slingbacks. Love these. We'll be wearing these tons more this season. I mentioned these so much on this channel. Like, you guys have seen these already, but they are so comfortable, and I love how whimsical and fun this rose in. And like I mentioned to you guys before, roses are definitely on trend this season because we're doing very feminine and all that stuff. So these slingbacks will definitely do well this year. I have these Amina Muaddi heels in this beautiful red. This is definitely going to be a Valentine's Day shoe. I wear this all the time, these shoes all the time. Again, another super comfortable heel, and they do have the slingback. If you are in the market for a Mina Muaddi slingback, I'm sure you've probably heard this already, but this little part, this slingback part, does not stay up very well on your foot. Maybe she's updated that. I've had these for about three 3 or 4 years now. But this doesn't stay very well, but they're super comfortable anyway, so I love these. And then of course I have my J'adore Dior little almost kitten heel. It's just a little bit bigger than a kitten heel, but it's about a kitten heel. Sling back pumps. I love these. These have been a workhorse for me for work. Wear these all the time. They just add a level of sophistication, and of course this little J'adore bow on the side. It's just so fun. So I'm definitely going to have fun with this sling back trend with some of the pieces I already have in my wardrobe. Just going to bring those out and hopefully add those Miu Miu sandals to the collection. Okay, so the next item that's going to be the next shoe that's going to be trending for 2024 is a shoe that I am not a fan of. I've mentioned it before, and you know, they're popular again, but a thong sandals, or barely there sandals with like a thong sandal situation, is going to be in season this year. They're going to be everywhere, and I'm not here for it. So like I mentioned before, with trends, you could take what you like and leave what you don't. And this is a trend that I probably will not be dipping my toe into because I do not like things between my toes. I don't know what it is. It's not even like it's like a weird thing. It just doesn't feel comfortable to me. So the only thing thong-ish sandal that I would probably consider are those Gucci furry ones. I can't remember what the name of them are right now. But I love what they look like. They're so cute, and they're a kitten heel, so it wouldn't be so much pressure it being between my toes. But even that, I don't know, because I just do not like things between my toes. But if you do, thong sandals are going to be in this season, and we actually saw this from brands like Coperni, which, you know, I love Coperni. I have their boots here. I'm just obsessed with them. Miu Miu also did the thong sandal, and then the thong sandal boot situation that everybody was doing, which, you know, it's cute on some people, but again, I'm not a thong sandal kind of girl, so it was just not my jazz. And of course, one of my other favorite brands, Parenzo Schooler, also did like this thong sandal situation, but it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be very popular, so make sure you get those pedicures beforehand, or continue to get those pedicures because you're going to have your toes out this spring, summer. All right. The next trend that I'm going to mention is something that I kind of have something similar, but I don't have tons in my wardrobe, but I think that it would be something that I would be very willing to try, and that is a square-toed shoe. So you can obviously have a square-toe boot, square-toe shoes, square-toed sandals. The square toe is in for season. Obviously, we had rounded toes that were in a couple of years ago. We've had pointed toes that were in. That honestly, I feel like a pointed toe never goes out of style. But square toes are definitely in this season, and we saw it on the runway from brands like Anine Bing and Bottega. Both had their square. Bottega for sure. Bottega Veneta, you guys already know, they definitely do the square toe thing. They've been doing it for a couple of years now with their Lido pumps and their net sandals. Like, all of those have a square toe to them. But this season, again, for the 2024 spring summer runways, they had even more selection. You know, Bottega's just that girl right now for shoes. They've been that girl for a while. So yeah, if you are into the square toed moment, they are definitely going to be popular. And it's not only just square toe, it's like pointed squared shoes that are going to be popular too, which that even more intrigues me. Like, not just like a pointed toe, but then like a squared off pointed toe. I think that's going to be super cute, and it's very reminiscent of like early 90s kind of pumps, and I'm excited for it. In the early 90s, I was a little kid, so it's really nice that something like that would be back for shoes this year. Okay, so the next item that's on my list is another one that I'm not big on. I don't have tons in my wardrobe. I have probably one pair in my wardrobe, and I actually got those last year for at Nordstrom. But I love them so much. But the trend is actually satin. So satin shoes are back, which again is another early 90s nod. Satin used to be that girl in the early 90s. You would have a cute little kitten heel, pointed, squared off toe satin pump. That was the thing, and it is back, and it was on the runway with brands from like Altuzara, Versace, Prada. They all had their version of a satin heel, and I am here for it, especially in like those lighter colors, like a lilac. It really reminds me of, you know, those early 90s movies with the cute pumps. I'm just so excited for that. And because I was really young in the early 90s, I didn't really get to experience as much. I'm a, you know, mid 90s I probably would know more of, but early 90s when those things were popular, I was just a little too young. But I'm excited for their resurgence, and I am excited to add more than just these babies. These are the Attico sandals, which unfortunately I'm gonna take this to my shoe guy and see if he can glue this down. So they're like this because the first day that I wore them, it was raining outside. So my feet were wet and slipping around them. So the glue never kind of tacked back. But I love these shoes. They are so freaking comfortable. I can't tell you how comfortable they are, but they are in this beautiful satin. And I just think again, satin is one of those materials that makes things look a little bit more elevated, a little bit more sophisticated. And I'm so excited that we're going into that era. Like, I just want to be fancy. I just like that's really it. I just love all the fanciness. So I'm super, super excited for that trend. And if you are too, you can definitely rock it this season. It's definitely going to be a thing. And all of the trends that I'm talking about, I'm going to include links for some of my favorite items that are on the market right now for those particular styles and those particular trends of the season. I'm going to link them in the description below, so feel free to click on those. They are affiliate links, and you do support me in my channel by clicking and using those links to purchase things, and I really appreciate that if you do that. All right, I digress. The next trend on our list is one that I'm on the fence about. I'm not really this girl, and it actually kind of ties into another fashion trend that I didn't really talk about in my fashion trends, but it kind of goes hand in hand with that trend. And the shoe trend is actually Mary Jane's. And that ties into the schoolgirl aesthetic that is also something that's going to be very, very popular for 2024. I didn't mention it because to me, it's not a big enough trend, and it's not a trend that I feel like people can really grab, you know, a lot of people can gravitate towards. It's not, I mean, not everybody's gonna be wearing a mini skirt with high socks in Mary Jane's. Like, that's just not a thing. But if you did want to you know, you dip your toe into the trend, wearing a Mary Jane would definitely do that. And we saw Mary Jane's all over the runway. There were so many brands that had their own version of Mary Jane, but in particular there were brands like Bally, Tory Burch, and of course, you know, Chanel. So Mary Jane's have really kind of replaced where ballet flats were super popular last year. The Mary Jane is kind of like the ballet flat. I mean, it's like the ballet flat for 2024. So Mary Jane's going to be everywhere. You can have a flat one. You can have one with a little bit of a chunky heel. They're just going to be everywhere, and they're super cute. And I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one. There's just something so juvenile about a Mary Jane to me, which of course, because they just remind me of my little kid church shoes when I used to go, you know, when my mom used to dress me for church when I was a little kid. And then you would have like the little white socks with the frilly rim. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little frilly rim socks with your patent leather Mary Jane's, and then you had whatever dress or whatever skirt on. That's what Mary Jane's remind me of, and I don't know if I can get with it, but if you can, they will be they will be very, very trendy this year. So it's your time if that's what you're into. All right. So the next trend I'm going to talk about is actually something that I also own. I already have in my wardrobe, but I would love to expand on because I think that it's so fun and it's so cool. And that is netted shoes, like net shoes, net pumps, net sandals are definitely in. And you guys know that these net sandals by Bottega Veneta were so popular a few years ago, but I'm so glad that I got them and I kept them and I love them, and I have them in my favorite color green, which is also in trend this year, because I'm going to be rocking these, and I just am so excited for this to be a trend, because I think that these are so, I just think that they're so fly and they're so fashionable. It gives you, it's like covered but not covered. And besides, of course, Bottega, which is notorious for these netted sandals, we also saw it from brands like The Row, Parenza Schooler, and even Stella McCartney had their own version of like a net sandal or a net pump. And I would love to add like a net pump to my wardrobe, because I think it's just, again, it's just something a little bit spicy about it. So I'm super excited about that trend. And if you are too, it is, again, something that's going to be popular, and it's going to be all over the runway. I mean, all over, not, it was all over the runways, but it's going to be all over, hopefully for street style, because it's going to be a trend. All right, well, that was quick, quicker than I usually am. And that was it for me for the shoe trends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me which trends that you are going to be excited about in the comments. I would love to chat about it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.